Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the peculiar corners of existence, where the ordinary slips on its shoelaces and stumbles into the extraordinary. Tonight, I have a little tale for you called Automatic Transfer, a story about money and a most unusual bank account. Because who doesn't love a good laugh with a sprinkle of the string? Meet Frank. Frank is your average guy. Not an adventurer, not a genius, just a man who's perpetually one coffee away from a great idea. Frank's life was as predictable as a calendar. Mornings, work, evenings, repeats, until one day, he checked his bank balance and saw something strange. A deposit. Not his paycheck, not a reimbursement, but a tidy sum of exactly $13.37 every single day. Now, if you're not familiar with the significance of 1337, it's lead speak for lead or elite, but Frank, bless his soul, just thought it was a curious coincidence. Curious, he called his bank. They said, "Sir, there's no scheduled deposit of that amount." So Frank shrugged and spent his newfound daily windfall on donuts, because priorities. But the next day, $13.37 again, and again, and again. Over 2 weeks, Frank's savings grew quietly but surely, like a weed you find on your lawn that suddenly declares itself king. Of course, our friend Frank began imagining all sorts of conspiracies. He pictured a secret admirer, perhaps a mischievous fairy godmother, or an alien thrilled by Earth's currency system. But no messages, no clues, just the sweet sound of money arriving with the reliability of a metronome. One evening, while paying for a vending machine soda with his leftover change, Frank decided to investigate. He followed the digital trail. The mysterious automatic transfer appeared only on Friday, so he sat by his computer that Friday night, coffee in hand, eyes glued to the screen. At exactly 3:33 a.m., his computer dinged, a transfer notification, a little pop-up danced across his screen. Then, his screen flickered, and a face appeared. Yes, a face, not a hacker's masked visage or a villain's glare, but a smiling, cheerful banker in a pinstripe suit, complete with a tiny mustache that twitched like a cartoon character's. "Good evening, Frank," said the face, tipping his invisible hat. "I'm from the Department of Unclaimed Funds. You see, your personality account was slightly overdrawn, and to keep things balanced, we've been transferring a little joy, milled in dollars daily to you." Frank rubbed his eyes. Was this a digital center? A ditch in the matrix? The banker continued, "The universe is quirky, so instead of misery, your account gets topped up with, well, a fraction of fun money. Spend it wisely." With a wink, the face vanished, leaving Frank blinking at the empty screen. More importantly, at his ever-growing bank balance. The next morning, armed with this knowledge, Frank decided to put the funds to good use rather than donuts alone. He bought a small rubber chicken, a whoopee cushion, and a tiny sombrero. Because if life is going to throw you inexplicable cash, you might as well sprinkle some silliness on top. But here's the twist: as Frank's sense of humor improved with his purchases, so did his real life. Colleagues laughed more at his jokes. His plant started thriving, probably jealous of the rubber chicken, and even his cat seemed to smirk. The mysterious transfers seemed tied to his laughter, as if the universe itself was paying dividends on joy. Then one day, the deposit stopped. Frank panicked. No more $13.37. He revisited the growing banker's face, but it was gone, replaced by a message. "Remember, joy can't always be paid for, but it's always in your account when you choose to spend it." And with a chuckle and a shake of his head, Frank realized sometimes the weirdest things happen just to remind you to laugh. And that, dear friends, is the richest automatic transfer of all. So next time your bank account shows a funny number, don't worry, maybe the universe just likes your style. Thank you, and may your balances always be as curious as friends.